Rec Room. Join the fun for free.
Sunset Cinema presents Classic Movie Night. Robots. Concessions available.
No emoji.
New emoji. Oh wait. New emoji.
Alright, ER's here, guys.
Yeah, we need an emoji. We need some new emojis. Holy crap, I'm feeling unexpressed.
Hi, Nick. Oh, why you feel like that? What's wrong with your face?
I live my. I'm surprised I'm even on right now because my my Wi-Fi extenders are off from that huge thunderstrike.
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
See this guy? That was
Ben,
scary.
Ben. New emoji?
Hello there, everybody.
What
Hello,
are you
you dude. Like I'm not even lying. My whole
Emoji?
room lit
You're
orange for 1 second.
No, what the?
Your entire
It's a
room
new
caught
emoji.
fire for
I
less
can't
than a
print it.
second. And then
Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. There was like a huge thunderstrike. Like
There's nothing.
I'm probably gonna say a few steps away from my house, and my whole room lit up.
It's a new emoji.
And it flicked my power off and back on for like
We're gonna.
Whoa.
Oh. Well, there he goes again.
New
Second.
emoji.
I think that,
probably goes again.
Right.
I live.
Yes, he lived!
I thought your power went off again.
Yeah.
I thought something like that.
No, that'd be funny though. That might happen again though, while this lesson's going on. So no, I didn't even expect it.
Oh,
Like
you should have made it.
it said it was supposed to rain today, but I didn't hear any thunder until I literally got home.
Clip 30 seconds, bro.
Sorry, I forgot to clip real life.
Last
What's
30
up?
Seconds.
So not yesterday. Sorry, last week or last Saturday when my internet was like really bad, so it kept kicking me like 3 to 4 times. Does that count as me being absent? If it kept kicking me out when I kept trying to
No.
do that?
Hold on, two people are talking at once. Two people are talking at once. One at a time. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
So, I said last weekend on like last Saturday, the last class, like when I kept trying to join it, my internet was like going out, so it kept kicking me. Like I joined like 4 times and it just kicked me out. Does that count as like absent or I
Mm,
don't know?
I mean, you tried to make it. That's all that matters.
Well, I
So,
joined like 3 to 4 times and it kept kicking me.
if you didn't really get a warning, then I wouldn't worry about it because you still tried to attend and
Because I was trying to get the attendance. My internet was.
yeah.
Bombardini,
Tralaleritos, dice tralala.
What happened?
Cappuccino, assassino.
For my status, for my
Cappuccino
WhatsApp,
assassino.
Patapim.
I'm Italian.
Bananini,
Cappuccino
bananini.
assassino.
See, this is what happens when
How
I
do you
tell
feel
people
about the
what
meme though?
happened.
Like, oh,
Cappuccino
Oh.
assassino.
This is what happens.
He's
when I
dead.
tell people about my day.
Then we have what we have.
they actually, is that
We
actually
don't
how you
talk
say
They
it?
just
about
crash?
homework.
Yeah, every time I've told
Yeah,
someone my day,
yeah.
they just crash.
Tell me
We
a
don't
banger
talk
Like,
of
about
my day, they're
homework.
unentertaining. The fact that Rec Room just
This
crashed.
shit was suffering.
Tune,
I don't know. I just crazy.
Sorry.
He should be joining back in the minute. He crashes a lot.
How to
Yeah,
translate
so anyway,
because
my
it's not
website
an
status, I get
Italian
phone
word.
call
It's
every time
just
the website goes down.
AI generated
Mhm.
content.
Oh,
And,
Bro, we
Turn
ain't-
off my laptop,
We
which
ain't
sounds
having a
like-
rec room class no
Yeah, it's
more.
not
Yeah,
This is
like,
a boring.
why?
Nothing like a
Voicemail
Diddy part.
saying that
AI
all
is
my websites
garbage.
are done.
But we have also like
Nothing like a Diddy part.
Yeah, and yeah,
Bombini
it's really fun for me
Cusini,
to listen
tipo.
to when you have an AirPod in.
Yeah, does gaming
And
join
then
the
you
game.
suddenly just
Boom,
hear
really
while you're
così.
listening to music.
yeah.
Call
yeah,
from
my bad.
status.
Then
Call
coccodrillo.
from status. Call from status.
come
Miss
si-
call from status.
Crocodilo bombardillo.
That's just gonna
Coccodrillo.
suck.
Coccodrillo.
Uh-oh.
Coccodrillo.
That's
no,
all ER.
Crocodilo
Coccodrillo.
bombardillo.
Oh, why did it lag so
Bombardillo.
badly? Whoa.
I've got to go
We
say
said
hi to Zeno.
Whoa,
Got
whoa,
him.
whoa.
I'll
Okay.
just.
Oh,
That's
Right here.
really a new
I was
emoji.
just trying to do.
I think we're all
everybody
Yeah,
crashing
getting
at
okay,
once.
so everyone can hear me, right?
What the heck?
Can all of you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
What's up,
Okay.
Signal?
So if I continue to keep lagging and crashing, I'm just gonna teach this lesson on mobile, which I can do because I'm not doing anything.
What
to
about
extra.
standalone?
No.
I feel sure standalone better than mobile.
I refuse to go on standalone.
Go on standalone. If
No!
he keeps crashing, then just go on standalone. I'm on standalone right now.
Let's see, we got 1,
It's
2,
fine.
3, 4, 5, 6,
No, it's
7,
My
8,
track
9, 10,
record
11,
is
12. 12 people here, and I'm pretty sure there's no one else at
Cocodrilo
start.
Bombardillo is back.
Today
So,
it's very rare that I'm actually
Crocodile,
in this
crocodilo,
because
bombardilo.
when my parents are home, I just can't.
Cocodrilo
I'm
Bombardillo.
bugging.
10:30 p.m.
Ballerina cappuccino.
Wait, Kinema,
all right. So
Like a Cappuccino,
I
yeah?
think we'll get started if
Where are
everyone
you from?
can. Well, whoever's not in a spot, you're going to spot,
Italy. Oh, okay.
and we'll
What
get
the-
started
what does the
shortly. Like I said, if I end up crashing again,
Here, I guess.
No, like how I said, Tung 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 Saur is not
Like
Italian
cellular
thing.
there.
Like, I think
But,
someone
My bad, guys. I crashed.
think
generated
let's see,
those
we got
things
1, 2,
with
3, 4,
AI
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and
10,
made
11,
them
12,
with
12, 13, whoever.
the Italian
keeps
language.
I think
So
that I think it was a
Actually,
translation.
Yeah, your mic is
one
very
of those
laggy.
is
Very
Tung
laggy.
Tung
Like
Tung
right
Saur.
now, it's very laggy.
It's not
Oh, not
Not
anymore.
right now.
Italian
Earlier was.
thing. So probably
All right,
you first
give me 1 second.
told the AI to like make a strange figure about that, and then told him to translate those things in Italian. I don't know the origins by that.
AI is
so.
good at translation,
Not
but
the-
the
Okay.
thing is sometimes
There's
it
like a
fucks
So
up.
we'll get started,
They-
and if I crash, I'm moving
the
to
only
mobile.
thing I
But
know is that
everyone
Tung Tung Tung
wants to pay
Saur
their
is not
attention up to
Italian
here,
thing, so
we'll get started. I do want to give an announcement before we do the lesson, though. If everyone wants to pay attention. This week, like this past week, was a very, difficult week for a lot of people. Not just in class 1, but also class 2. With the homework, some of you guys, well, a lot of you guys were struggling really hard, whether if it was people not communicating in groups or, the topic that you guys got you didn't like and you wanted a different one, or, you just didn't want to do it. Regardless of all of those things, we are letting class 1 and class 2 have 3 more days to do this week,
let's go.
the projects assignment.
We can
So
probably
if you
try and
guys didn't get it done,
make it a bit better.
you might want to really consider those 3 days to get them done. So think, and I know a few groups, like 3 groups, got them done, which is good. 3 groups in class 1, but whoever didn't, I would really try the next few days to get that done. And that also will affect this week's homework that we're gonna announce. There will be a little extension on that too, because I know
Be an
you know
extension on every
this
single
assignment is
homework
difficult,
project
so
now.
you guys are gonna have
Wasn't
to
that difficult,
spend some
it
time
was
on that.
Editing problem.
Wait.
Well, I mean,
So
yeah.
Sorry.
Haven't-
You're good.
Wait,
you
this
know the
assignment's
video
gonna
that
be
one
solo,
person
right?
made about the script to screen?
Yes,
Snowy on
the-
today?
Yeah.
You know that
Gonna-
Snowy
yeah,
video
video
that
it.
one person made about the script to
Because of
screen?
corruption, that's so
Like
annoying.
basically in the general chat. Haven't
Your
most
voice is
homework
lagging out
projects
again,
been like
ER.
what they've said?
If he gets online
Yeah.
again today,
Wouldn't
I
this
don't
one
know
be
if he
like
will.
a
That's crazy.
I don't know
what's
if
it
he
called?
is.
A
If he
retro?
was today yet, but
Yeah,
if
it's
he
a
does, then
commercial.
I can.
And then it's a
Call him.
music
Don't
video.
pull out the mic
Uh,
pen. You know that's the worst
I don't know
nemesis.
what music video to be honest.
Yeah, is
video,
it?
I
I'm
might
pretty
just
sure
try
that
and
because
recreate.
last semester it
I
was.
think Real Sim
The
Shady
prop
would be a
ad.
good option because like
Yeah,
for most of the time,
yeah.
and then just in a box.
Did y'all? Wait,
Yeah,
if you get told by
that would
somebody,
be
like
cool.
a grey box, like
I
just
watched
waving
a
his
video
hand in the camera
of
and then
somebody
saying, like,
recapping. I
Like
think
this
so.
is-
About the recap. Of the
well, he
Yeah.
just said that this week is gonna be
honestly,
difficult.
I've got it
so-
down. All I need to do is record like a GIF of me going like.
Okay, well, it's probably different.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
is
guess
it
that's why
like-
they're giving us the.
Well,
excuse.
this time you're
Get
gonna
the
actually have to
movement-
do a lot more
movements correct.
than like the last ones.
And the
so-
thing is,
Yeah, but
honestly,
I'm
I'm not gonna lie though. I would
Oh,
honestly
he
prefer
understands
solo
thinking.
assignments. Like,
Oh fuck.
What
Yeah.
what are we doing today? Like, am I lagging?
My cat is.
EST.
Where
Yeah.
is my? He's on my desk.
Yes, yes.
Wait, should we for the final
Question.
project? Do y'all
Question.
want to work together or something?
Yeah, we can.
Because I'm
Sure,
an EST. You
Uh,
guys want to do us three?
wait, what?
Sure, we
'Cause
can
I
do
can-
that.
Need to
Yeah.
fix my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna try to fix my
I
Wi-Fi.
think this lesson is cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, right, can I?
How'd you get back on mobile so fast?
Oh, yeah.
Today.
You're roll off.
Assignment.
Wait a
All
second.
right.
I know.
Is my voice roll off on yet?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Is his mic on?
I am lagging like crazy. Just letting you know.
Okay, what button? What button? This one?
Ugh.
Boom.
There we
Hello.
go.
Hi, can you hear me now?
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
RD,
Billy's
you have a
taking
VR
ages.
You have a VR already?
Any,
My
anywho,
Wi-Fi is dying.
Question.
I'm sure you guys heard the message. You know, you get 3 extra days, and the homework
Yeah.
that we're gonna announce this week will be extended too. But just know that this won't affect the last week. Last week, you're still gonna have our recommended time for you to do it. So don't worry about that. If anyone has any questions, it's kind of hard to see from a distance on mobile, so just kind of come up here if you do.
Go on.
Yep.
Question. Do we get like a warning or something in those extra 3 days or not?
Are we able to complete past 2 homework assignments? You're not able to do the week 1. We're only doing this one because hardly any groups were able to turn in their stuff. So we're being nice and giving a little extension. If you don't get the week 2 homework assignment in within the next 3 days, if you haven't already turned it in, then it will be a warning. So I hope that answers your question too.
Alright.
And yeah, if any other questions, come up here because I can't see from a distance. If not, we're gonna get started with our lesson. Also, I might need to be updated on when to take a photo, Nix, if you want to do that, because I can't check the phone. Actually, I can. I lied. So right now. Alrighty, and kabooey. Alrighty, so I did not save that. What if your team isn't responding? If your team isn't responding, then I would try your best to do the work that
The last
they
one.
were assigned to do yourself. And if they haven't done anything, don't credit them when your video is, uploaded.
This is the last. So the upcoming last homework is last solo assignment. Then it will be a music video.
Well, we'll talk about that. But yeah, but if I
They're
need,
changing.
if I do
Aren't they
that,
changing
I
the
will
last one?
need more time. Yeah. Honestly, hold on. Let me read that again. Then just try your best, please. I know it's like hard to not get people from your groups to do stuff, but we'll go over it. It's gonna be we changed some stuff from last semester, so some of the homework assignments are different from what you guys saw, just so we can, mix things up a bit. So yeah, but just please try your best, and we're sorry if you can't get it in on time, but that's just that's just how we have things set, and we really can't extend the dates too much longer than we already have. So just really try your best. And he left. All right. Well, we're gonna go over. It was in the course plan this week. We're gonna be going over some thumbnail making, some good tips on how to make some thumbnails, and all the more that has to. I'm going to bring up my images from down here. I'm sure those who glitched under the map probably. I can't grab it. There we go. What is this new menu? Maker? Hello? What is?
It's Maker
Hold
Print
on, this is
Mobile.
weird.
It's a new
Yeah,
thing.
it's a new UI.
So
Maker Print Mobile.
Old one because it's messing my game up.
Nix, can you bring it up?
Okay. No, I got it. You're able to
Okay, no
switch between the old and new one. All right.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of my thumbnails from when I first started to recent, and we're gonna go over some cool little points between all the different ones I made, and the improvements, and the specifics on like how to get your character in a thumbnail and how to make it look decent and whatnot. Can I drop my maker pen? There we go. All right, so if you guys all want to come up here so you can see better, you can. You don't have to stay up there on top. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to bring it down because from the top pretty much to the bottom is like the top being when I first started and the bottom being more into like what I've been doing recently. So this one, Silent but Deadly, this was like, I'm loving the third one. This one right here, or
Yeah, you're well all turned off.
Thank you. Okay.
It keeps turning off for some reason.
That should be good.
Right now.
Okay, give me one moment because I'm plugging in my phone. Okay. I'll be with you guys, but I'll, and explain if my voice roll-off goes off. So, right here, this is like one of my very early thumbnails I made. This Silent but Deadly one. So that's what I did here, and
Billy!
somebody.
Like blame
I'm dying
Nix.
over. No, I'm blaming you. Well, like how
You're
how
stepping out of the stage.
I'm trying not to. Hold on. Maybe I gotta do it.
Increase the stage threshold.
the
Age auto high voice.
Bring the video back.
Yeah,
Or yeah, just bring it back. That
Bring
works
the
too.
video back. Not video. Bring the phone notes.
Video.
So you
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna just re-say a bunch of stuff a bunch of times if it's gonna keep doing that. But this was like a horror Rec Room original skit that I did with a few people that I met back years and years ago. And what you'll notice from this one compared to this other horror skit that I did, which is all the way on the bottom here, or not all the way on the bottom, but this one with the forbidden one. There's some major differences between this one right here and this one right here. But I'll go over this one first. So usually, well, as you can see here, these outlines, these characters have outlines in them, and it sets the mood. It like it gives you a clear idea of what the video might be about. There's workers and there's a guy and he's trying to kill the people. It's simple, but does it really set the idea of what the video is going to be? I thought so when I made it, but now looking at it, I'm like, I don't like this. And I really wanted to change the way that I made thumbnails. So one thing I definitely wanted to do was get rid of these little character white outlines around them, because I felt like it took up space from what could be in these images, you know, because it's an outline, so it's obviously going to pop out and take up more of, you know, more dead space. Dead space is going to be a really important word in this lesson. Dead space, dead space. You want to clear up your dead space. Okay? You want to make sure that unless you're purposely having dead space, you want to make sure that you can take up as much as you can with, you know, some more important things. Here's a second one, for example. This is another one of my earlier ones, the weirdest glitch ever. This is actually my most popular Rec Room video. It's from like 3 or 4 years ago. My game broke so badly, it gave me all developer settings, and I had infinite tokens, and it was really weird. So as you can see, it also is pretty simple, and it tells you what the video is going to be about. You know, it's a Rec Room video, as you can see with the Rec Room logo. This wasn't really needed, but me laughing, I guess, and an arrow pointing to this Rec Room developer badge, which is, you know, a developer thing only, and I'm not a developer, so that being, it was a glitch. And the title, or, you know, just some words that are inspiring off of, you know, the name of your video. So this is weirdest glitch ever, and my title of the video was weirdest glitch in Rec Room. But if you want to use more action words for your thumbnails, like wow or so broken, something like that, just to, you know, spark up the thumbnail, you could also do that. But I don't really go for these kind of thumbnails more, because I just feel like it's sloppy and it's too simple, in my opinion. So yeah, let's find one that's a little bit better, but not too better, because I don't want to go to the best. Let's see. All of these are more of my newer ones. So let me go to this stunt runner one, the first stunt runner one. This was, you know, I like, whether or not I'm making a video, I like to, you know, mess around with video ideas and thumbnails. I usually try to make 3, just so I can, you know, see what I like the most. So this stunt runner one here, what it was supposed to be before I got, you know, bored and didn't want to do it. It's like that with a lot of my videos. I get bored and I just don't want to do it. This was supposed to be like a little stunt runner kind of documentary video, I guess. I'm not too sure, like how to get good at stunt runner or something. So there's this here, and there's me. I'm like going super fast, and I'm just too fast for this guy, and his hand brakes for some reason. And it's showing like those speed run times or whatever, where it's like, oh, minus this amount because you're just so good and you learned so many things based off of the video, you know. So you'll notice also outlines, but you'll notice that it's also kind of taking up some dead space, and there's not too much to look at to where you get lost, you know. It's really simple. You know, I'm too fast and he's too slow. And that's really it. That's really what the thumbnail shows. It just shows how to get better at stunt runner. So you don't want to put too many things in your thumbnail, or else people will be looking all over the place, being like, and they'll get lost, you know. You really want to keep things nice and simple. Not like this. A little bit more like this one here. All right. Let's go to one of my more favorite ones. Third one that someone said they liked right here. This was because I didn't want to do it, was supposed to be a fashion show video. You know, it's like, oh, you got to make an outfit based off of this topic, and you got to walk on the stage and whatnot and show off your outfit. So again, this is very simple, but it also shows, you know, what the idea of the video is going to be. So it's me, and I'm all fancy and dressed up, and I'm pointing to a stage where it's showing people, but they're blurred out, and it's a mystery. Like, what is their outfits going to be, you know? And you notice the curtains too, and it's very simple, and you should know the idea of the video. Again, that's what you want to go for when you're making thumbnails. Don't make the thumbnail based off the name of the video, I guess, but make it based off how the video is and what the video is. I guess I'm trying to say it's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you get the right idea, and hopefully one here repeat that. Yeah. So when you're making your thumbnails, try not to overcomplicate it and base it off of, you know, the name of your video, of what your video is going to be. Try and make it more of what the video is and the idea, not so much the title. Because, I mean, hopefully you guys can get fashion show out of this, right? It's me pointing on a stage and there's mystery people and mystery outfits. You know, you gotta dress here. And I guess the rest is kind of a mystery. But yeah, someone had a question about the broken hand. All right, so how I did that, really, that's a difficult one. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, so what I like to do if I want certain shapes out of certain cuts or objects is I like to outline the shapes with or I like to outline the objects with shapes. So say I want this broken effect here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add like zigzags, or like I'm going to add zigzag shapes. And then when you're cutting it out, you can just like remove all the filler, if you know what I mean, and you'll just have that half. Let me try and explain that better, because I'm saying and a lot. Like Photopea. Photopea is one of them, yeah. We did also mention Photo Room, which is like an automatic one. It kind of does it for you. It's more based on like AI, but it gets the job done. So yeah, you really, if you were trying to get certain shapes, I would put those shapes on the object, and then I would really just try and cut it out to where like you get that half, you know. So the zigzags in between both hand, or like the whole hand, if you put this together, and you're just really cutting out this bottom half, and then having this half to edit, and then you'll kind of do the opposite. You'll cut it out, and then you'll remove this half, so you'll have one image with the top half and another image with the bottom half, and then with that you can really just connect them together however you I use for this one. All of my thumbnails I use an abundance of apps. For my cutting out I use Photo Room. For my photo editing in general I use PixArt, because like we said, first class, like a PNG or green screen thing when you have to cut some. Oh yeah, I'll go over that in a second. But for all of my, I'm a mobile editor, so everything I do is mobile. So I use PixArt and Photo Room. Now, you asked how to cut out the characters more specifically. Well, one thing I like to do for the most part is, let me get a photo. That's what I like to do. I like to get photos. Okay. So what I like to do to get my cutouts, and it could really be in any setting, but they have a green screen tool you can use in Rec Room. It's called green screen. You get that green screen. And what it is basically, it's just a very bright green cube. And you can scale it up to however big you want, wide you want, flat you want. And that'll basically be your background for having your character, you know, and you just take a picture of you in front of the green screen and you can cut it out however you want. What's up?
I was gonna say, do you use? Oh wait, sorry. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
All right. So wait, do you ever use the what do you call it, the built-in green screen on the streamer cam, or do you just use the placeable ones? Like the.
All right. So I usually do use the green screen, like the actual tool, and kind of forget that there's a built-in green screen tool in the streamer cam. I don't know. That's just kind of the way that I work. I like to use it so I can actually see it instead of seeing it on the streamer cam, but not like in my point of view, like what I'm actually seeing. Gotta go. Am I excused? Yeah. The homework will be put in the Discord like always at the end of class. So just stay tuned for that. And thank you for stopping by. How do you get good lighting for it? So let me try and grab a good example, because not too many of these are depicted off lighting. but there's one that is, and that is this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one that is on the bottom. So this one right here. All right. So as you'll see, this is also one of my favorite thumbnails. You'll notice there's not too much dead space. It gives you a good idea of what your video is going to be. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video. You got a question?
I like a lot of how you call them, like thumbnail making softwares or something. I don't know how you call it, but to take off the green screen off the background and making outlines and stuff. Some like things like Canva and stuff. You need to pay money to take off the green screen and put an outline. Are there like any other options to choose from or not?
Ones that I use
No,
free
you
are
can get
Pixar
Canva Premium
and
for free
Photo
while
Room.
you have access to that
Used to have
server.
a watermark on it, but they eventually removed that, I guess, because they. But Photo Room is free. There are subscriptions for that, but that's for like more the advanced stuff, like add your own AI background or something, stuff like that. Not really something that I would buy. PixArt is also does have paid subscription, but that's for like specific filters and specific settings. Green screen not being one of them, and outlines also not being one of them. Those are both free with PixArt. So
I have a free site you could use.
Alright.
You can use remove.bg. That removes backgrounds.
Oh, I've used that before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That what?
I've heard of it. I haven't-
Remove.bg.
I bet it's
pretty good.
Also,
find something
do you
without.
ever use? Do you guys ever use what is it? AI enhancer, like the enhancer, so like it gets rid of all like the what do you call it? If it's like low
Oh yeah, where
quality,
you can
it'll-
erase it with like the weird marker thing and like.
Yeah, that's like.
It's weird. You like run it through AI and it'll automatically like make the quality.
Yeah,
better.
that's what. I'm pretty sure there's one with no background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I try and do with all the assets I make. I have like an AI enhancer program on my computer that I just run my images through, just so they're the highest quality they can be. I do that with my thumbnails too, although in this case I can't really import high quality images, so you're gonna see them low quality. But yeah. Back to the lighting question someone had. This image is a really good example of it, because as you'll notice around the edges of the characters, there's like kind of like an orange tint to all of them. So dependent on your background for your thumbnail, you'd most likely want to have your characters, fit that lighting. Here's another good example. This one's more of a darker tone, so you'll notice the characters are darker. And one thing the green screen doesn't do is mess with your lighting. It's not like it has like a neon lighting to it, so it's brighter. As long as you have your, sky dome set to a certain kind of sky, and your sun set to a certain type of sun, that's really dependent on your, lighting for your character, not the green screen. If you're standing behind a green screen, it's not going to make you brighter. It's just going to put a screen behind you, which is a really useful thing about the green screen tool. I did use for these both. You'll notice that this kind of matches the background, and I tried to make this match the background. And when you're in editing, you can always edit the brightness of the images too. If it's too bright, you can always lower it to where it's darker. If the contrast is too high, you can always lower that too. There's always settings built into your photo editors that'll lower the brightness and raise the brightness of your images. So that's that about lighting. I would always use green screen for that. Although if you are wearing something green and you don't have that good of an editor where it's going to remove the green you're wearing as well as the green in the background, try and change the color of not the green screen, because you can't, but more of try and get like a background that's just a different color. If you're wearing no blue, put a blue background. Make sure it's nice and bright, and then that'll be good. If you're wearing red, put a different background. If you're not wearing red, put a red background, so on and so forth. But your best is green. I don't know if that's like if there's a special reason behind that, but green, blue screen. Yeah, they don't. Rec Room doesn't have blue and red screen. They just have green screen. I don't understand.
Kind of weird.
But I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with
You
that.
could just use a
what
regular cube.
Like where you can find all those Netflix like.
Wait, can't you? You can't recolor the green screen.
No. Screen. I just lagged by opening my watch on it.
So what you could
Yeah,
is put
it says green screen cannot be recolored.
painted wall texture on, or glossy plastic, and put it that like red or blue, and it kind of replicates the effect. It works the same.
Yeah, or a tip that I like to give in my previous building class experiences, if you have like neon, let me get like a neon cube right here. All right, so we got a neon cube. I can't see it, but you guys will probably see a little like light reflecting off of it. Gives that neon effect. All you got to do really is just lower the color of said block you have, and what it'll do is just remove all of the brightness, but still have that same color. So it's still going to be bright, but way where it's not bright. If that's understandable. It just gets rid of the neon effect in it, but it still lights up and it glows in the dark. It just doesn't have that light emitting off of it, like the light emitting. So I like to teach that in the building class, but in cases where you can't use a green screen, it's so useful for your backgrounds with your characters. For example, I saw last video contest thumbnails. Many of them have text that actually isn't available on CapCut. Yes, so a good thing about CapCut, and I'm not sure if it's a pro feature or not, but you can actually download fonts that are online. Like a good website to use is DaFont. They have tons and tons and tons of fonts that people make based off of like certain video games or certain movie fonts. So this font here, this is actually, I'm pretty sure, the Rec Room font that they used. I think it's like where you found the Chase of the Forbidden One. I think I just searched up horror for this one in DaFont. I use DaFont a lot because they have a lot of
There's
fonts.
another font website I use. It's called fontspace.com. That's also a good one to use.
Yep, and I think Fonts 101 might be one too. Sure, I thought I heard something like that. Like if you install a font, it automatically adds CapCut. There are options to install fonts on certain apps if they let you. You're to import fonts on PixArt, and the list of downloaded fonts will be there. It also is separate on CapCut. There's different fonts. Adobe fonts, if you use Premiere, yep, that's why I said Netflix one, because there are particular fonts that seems premium. Yeah, and any one that you find free is the best way to go. Don't buy a font. Okay, that's
do
my
not buy fonts.
Do not buy fonts. There's always gonna be a free version of that. Do not buy fonts. They're gonna have you pay like $80 for a font, which is whack. Pirate fonts. It's not technically pirate fonts, but it is. I don't know.
It's a font.
It's probably
You
them
are
just like reselling it, even though you can get it for free.
Yeah, I don't know why that's
just
legal.
people wanting money out of it. Yeah, well, Adobe's different because copyright, I'm guessing, and it's their fonts. So if you're using their fonts, then it's specific to Adobe. So you're gonna pay to use that. But even then, just try to find free fonts. The font's a really good example. Every font is free. Yeah. Any website has a different version of that font. That's probably $300 because I've seen fonts that you have to pay $300 for to use, and
Bro, a font can't be that good. There's no.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think a font gives you perks to your editing program, but Microsoft don't blow. Yeah, Comic Sans, the classic Comic Sans.
Sans
yeah,
go.
so this font I got from DaFont, and this font here I got from DaFont. I'm pretty sure, or this one I might have just found online. Reddit always has good links too, I guess, but don't always trust Reddit. I don't use it.
Wait, can you AI generate fonts? Like,
I am not honestly sure. I don't think there's something for that yet. Unless there is, I'm not too much into the AI business, so can't know. Oh, you saw a vid on it. Wow, that's exciting. AI fonts. Oh boy. Okay. Where were we? I think we were.
You were
We were
last
talking
on
about
the
lighting.
Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles. Okay, so yeah, you'll notice with the lighting around this, it kind of has like an orange outline. That I used kind of this technique, but I just didn't lower the. I just used regular neon because I felt like it kind of matched the whole vibrant background, with the yellow and the blue. And I'm not sure if it does. Do you guys think it matches? I'm not really sure, but
I'd say yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's not the best, but it's also not that visible.
Wait, what is that background? I can't
Lightens
really
up.
see.
This is like a
Sewers
Teenage
from the
Mutant
game.
Ninja Turtle background. I just kind of searched up on Google. Uh, yeah. So that's that. Over here are more of my more favorite ones and more recent ones. These two are my stunt runner ones. Two other stunt runner ones I tested. This one being my last and favorite. And this actually has quite a few good effects that I want to go over when making thumbnails. One of them being this like dark edge around all the sides of the image. This is called your vigilante. It basically makes the mood either very dark and ominous, as this image depicts here, where I'm very evil and I'm pointing to me who cheated in the time or did very good and got 0.1 second. Or very vibrant, where this one I think you'll notice right here that it has more of like of a white edge to it, a white vigilante. It either makes the image very dark or very bright. So vigilante is always good to use for thumbnails. No matter what no matter what you're making, you always want to have. My recommendation: you always want to have some sort of vigilante. It doesn't even have to be shown that much. It just adds texture to your thumbnails. So I like to use vigilante. Another thing you want to do, Larry the Gamer, LGTL, something like that. Larry the Game ER, get it? Larry the Game ER, because ER, me, ER does gaming, yeah. Anywho, another thing that I like to use sometimes is adding shadows to my characters. I have to go, but I will recap the class tomorrow. Yeah, you can also, if you're not able to make it, check the live stream too, and you'll hear everything there. My brain's not working. Am I talking too fast? I'm just trying to fit everything within the next 15 minutes we have, and I gotta take another photo, so I'm gonna real quick. Alrighty. Anywho, another thing you'll notice in all of these, actually, even the older ones. Well, no, not the older ones. I lied. Adding shadow behind the characters. It's like a really good thing to use to add depth and also fill up dead space in your images. This one here, it's a little bit different because it kind of like echoes the characters a little bit. Just because you're running so fast, you see more of yourself. If you've seen those movie examples where like someone's running so fast, they could be like two places at once because they're going back and forth so quickly. It's kind of like that. I'd probably say, let me try to find a good one. This one, Canva, I mainly use Canva, and that Echo just looks like one of the effects. No, all of these are PixArt. All of these are PixArt. I use PixArt for everything. I don't use Canva. I don't understand it, but I use PixArt. A good example of using the shadows is this one here, the My Little Monster one. It has like a white shadow around it, or like a white fade around it. That just brightens. Is banned in the class? Check.
He just crashed.
Oh,
He's back.
yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting lost. But yeah, the My Little Monster has the white fade around it, which kind of pops out. It pops the character out, and it shows you that this is a My Little Monster video. Also, the text has a white fade around it, a very slight white fade or blur. You could say fade or blur, either one. It's the same thing around the text. And yeah, so that's another good one.
Wait, that's PixArt?
Yeah, all of these are PixArt. All of these were edited with
okay.
PixArt. Draws attention, I'm guessing. Yeah, it shows
On
that
mobile.
it's a My Little Monster video. Yes, mobile. Mobile, I do
Like, I
mobile.
want to know, like, how do you do that on mobile, though? Like, that's
I've been doing this for years, like not just this, but I've been like editing mobile for years and years. So it kind of just grew over me, and I just got better with time. Um, yeah, it's also not all just PixArt. It's also other apps that I use to put into PixArt to edit those images, if that's if that makes sense. Another good thing I wanted to point out, and it's probably going to be right here. You'll notice with Rec Room Faces, you can't change like the way you're looking in an image. So if you're trying to like make an image where you're straight or like where you're looking on an angle, but you want your eyes to be facing the camera, you can't change that because Rec Room won't let you. This one though, I edited this using that AI blur thing or AI remove thing that you guys were talking about, which kind of removes anything that you kind of draw over in an image. So what I did was I drew over the eyes here, and I removed them, and then using one of my other programs, the Photo Room, I grabbed the original image, I cut out the eyes, and then I positioned them to where it looks like I'm facing the camera, but I'm kind of on an angle, and it's like a Mr. Beast pose. Like, I'm not into all that stuff. I just got sent the file. But yeah, very useful. I think it's also here. I'm also kind of looking at the screen, although it's harder to notice here because the image isn't that high quality. But
would you like? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Say, like, if you're wearing stuff on your face, like, how would you do the eyes? If you, like, would you need to dark it if it's like behind your sunglasses or something?
All right, so dependent on, what AI thing you use. For me, since I'm wearing glasses on all of my outfits, it does kind of mess up the glasses, and you have to be precise about where you draw over, because if you draw over the glass outline even just a little bit, it's gonna warp it a bit and mess it up. So I would just go little by little on that, and it's gonna basically put the color that's around what you're trying to remove and put that over the eyes. So it's kind of just gonna be like your character but without eyes, And then in editing, you know, if you're adding a whole new set of eyes and you're not using the eyes that are already on your character, the shade is a different black, and you know, the black without the shade. So you're probably gonna have to tamper that a bit and edit that, but it's not too hard of a change. And honestly, if you don't do that, people won't notice unless they're really gonna criticize you on your thumbnails. Yeah.
Want to go over homework?
Sorry, am I talking too long? I mean, homework.
It's
Homework's not gonna take that long. If I'm going fast,
it's-
and if anyone has any questions, please ask now, because I'm gonna take them and then I'm gonna go over homework. Does anyone have any questions about that? Any questions? Any questions? No questions? No questions?
Just is typing.
homework.
Yeah, let me move this image down. So, like I said, you guys have a few extra days on your group homework from week 2, but we're gonna go over week 3, which we're gonna give you an extra week to do that if you guys are using, you know, if you guys are still doing your other homework. So you used Pixar. Yeah, I use Pixar. I don't use Photopea. I've never tried Photopea, if I'm gonna be honest. But Billy, let's display the homework for week 3. Wazam! Okay. Week 3 is going to be a tutorial video. We're changing this up from last semester. Last semester, some of you guys may have saw it as a whatever week 3's homework assignment was. I don't remember
It was
actually.
a skit.
No. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Week 3 was a skit. Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I think it was
skit.
advertisement.
You make a product for your skit.
Advertisement. It was an advertisement. Yes.
Yeah.
Week 3 was an advertisement video, but this week 3 is going to be a tutorial video. So let's go over some of these simple rules. Your tutorial must be over a minute long. Your tutorial must be about something useful in Rec Room. Okay. I know other classes who have done tutorial people have done videos like how to drink water in Rec Room, and you know, they got accepted. We're not doing that. We want it to be something useful in Rec Room. It could be how to build something. It could be how to do something with CV2. I know a lot of you guys in here and in class 2 are teachers, more specifically in the CV2 section. So you guys can do that if you want. And you must have clear instructions. So, you know, if you want to include captions or not, might do one with Rec Room Studio. Yeah, you can do Rec Room Studio, building, how to do something in a quest, how to build, just something useful in Rec Room, not like how to throw a basketball or something like that. And stupid, you know. Extra credit points. These are going to be, again, really easy ones. Video exceeds over 2 minutes long. I'm going to edit this image again and put, you know, video can be no longer than this amount of time, so you guys aren't confused. Include captions in your tutorial. So, you know, if you feel like talking's not enough and you want to add captions and whatnot to your video, you can do that.
Captions too.
Yeah, auto captions, that's a good one. That also kind of ties in with clear instructions. You know, if you want to label things, that's good. Like for this video, you need this here, this item here, and this item here, and you have them labeled. That's good too. The captions have to be for the entire video or only for important sections. Not for the entire video. Important sections or sections you feel need captions in them. But you know, as long as your video does have captions in them, it'll count towards your extra credit.
Wait, is there a way
And-
to do AI captions? Just like you can.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure there is.
Can you? I don't.
CapCut has one. I'm not sure if it's paid.
Yeah, I don't
But-
know how to use.
It might be paid now because under CapCut just randomly decided that, you know, they're gonna put like more features on Pro. So
YouTube captions, we're not counting that because that's integrated in. We want it to be in the video itself.
Yeah, like the actual video. Yeah, that makes sense.
And the easy, use music and sound effects when appropriate. You know, as long as you add music, it doesn't even have to be like, you know, you took your time to put music in. If you just put music in that's well and fits your video, and sound effects, that's different. You know, be more precise on that. then that'll be your third extra credit point. Question.
Can the sound effects be like ambience though, or does it have to be drastically like actual sound effects?
Ambience I feel like is more of like a background, so like more of music. I feel like we have ambience in this room during night, and it's kind of like birds, but it's also with the background because it's nighttime. You know, so sound effects are more of like sound effects, like whooshes and swooshes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, a Rec Room tutorial will be easy for 2 minutes 30. We're probably gonna make the limit for tutorial videos. You cannot go over 4 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Because we don't want the videos to be too long, especially for a tutorial video. You know, could just make a nice and simple one as long as it's something useful in Rec Room.
You said this was going to be a hard assignment.
This is not.
I did.
Oh yeah, you said earlier, like you said that this. I thought you said this one's going to be hard, so that's why you gave us more time, and then also because people didn't submit really.
No. We're giving you 2 weeks on this because we're giving extra days for the last week, and you guys, some of you guys at least, might focus on that first rather than the tutorial video next. So we're giving that extra time for the tutorial video, if that's understandable. More time for this because of more time for the last assignment.
My bad.
Wait, how much time?
2 weeks. I'll post the due date in the Discord on the announce. Yeah, it's quite a lot of time. I don't know. We might change it to a week and a half. We don't know yet. We're just giving more time than we would have. Again, this would have been, originally a week to do this, but we're extending it because we're extending the other assignment.
Yeah,
so if you haven't done the other assignment, put your priorities on that first. Don't worry about this until after. That's why we're giving more time. And
I'm so freaking flabbergasted right now. What the heck?
Yeah, and that concludes class for today, guys. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask now. If not, you can always ask in the Discord and I'll answer them. And please try your best to finish last week's assignment if you haven't. If not, good luck on this week's. And we'll see you. We'll be in the VC midweek, probably Wednesday, like always, for about an hour. If you guys have any questions about homework, the class in general, or editing tips.
Bro, I just got invited to a freaking Italian brain rot club.
Brain Rock Club. Join the Brain Rock Club. Yes.
Alright, guys. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of your week.
Wait,
have a good one, everyone.
Can I just ask something real quick?
You want to do the final project?
Yeah, what's up?
On the first lesson, you guys told that the last lesson would be last homework would be like a music video. Is it gonna still be a music video or is it gonna be changed?
I can't say that with the last assignment. The last assignment is gonna be. You just find out when it comes up.
Can't disclose. All we're gonna say is it's not the same as last semester.
Yeah, it's not the
gonna
same.
I think that's like the thing that matters most is the last project.
Okay, see you, everybody.
Bye.
The last assignment is necessary to pass. You have to do that and get it in.
Yes.
If you don't, you fail. Don't graduate.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, let me just do my thing. Pressing delay bar VR again.
My headset on my head the whole time.
Again. I think it's 9 times I did that.
I have Discord open right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Wait, can y'all send a message in the class chat and I could just turn you?
Yeah, which one? Just
I'm
class
probably
chat.
gonna wait.
Each one, it doesn't matter.
Plus one.
Can we like re-edit the video? Like we already sent the video to the Discord server, but can we like re-edit the video and stuff?
If you feel like you need to make changes, then yeah, you can do that.
All right.
Just make sure it's within the 3 days, and you're good.
How to cure mental illness. I'll do that one.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys.
What time are y'all like?
Thank you for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wish the
Should
stream
I?
was still. Wait, what?
I wonder if I should work on it now, or like.
Oh yeah.
All right, snowy side. Okay.
Wait.
so-
Can we get one picture together, like with our hands around each other? Hey, so not my forehead. Okay. Picture of us shaking hands.
Oh my.
That probably looks shit.
Let me put it in 5 seconds.
How do I even? Okay, well, whatever. Do I?